What's up, YouTube? Welcome to this review of the COBI World of Tanks Panzer Mark VIII Mouse tank. This is set number 3024 in the COBI World of Tanks series. The set comes with 890 pieces and only one minifigure, which is kind of surprising for a big set like this, but I guess like a lot of the COBI World of Tanks sets only come with one minifigure. Now, this tank is probably COBI's largest model. I mean, it's not a new tank. It's been out for a couple years, guys. But for whatever reason, I got into these super heavy tanks recently, so I started buying a bunch of them. Again, really cool. I just really like building brick tanks. So yeah, I thought I'd kind of give this a review. It's a pretty good tank. Doesn't have tons of features though. It's pretty smooth. I'll just kind of take you through. So at the top, let's just kind of move you up here, give you guys a better view. At the top, you have two of the COBI turret hatches. They open, they close. There's room for minifigures. Here's our little guy in there right now. I'll take him out, close those. The gun is just absolutely massive. It's supposed to be to like simulate a 128 millimeter main gun. This is just huge. And then this little gun right here is supposed to be a 75 millimeter gun. They definitely could have done a better job. I don't like this dinky little thing pointing out. It almost looks like a battleship peg from the old game there. Yeah, so that could have been better done. But the main gun itself is just absolutely massive. It's really cool. Of course, near the base of the gun, you get that custom. Looks like they got those bolts, the same thing that appeared on like the Tiger tanks and the Furties and stuff like that. So as you can see, this gun has some pretty good range to it. It can go completely all the way down to the floor, basically, and really good upper level range. Oh, it just fell off. Careful not to push it too hard. But if you pull it from the base, usually it works okay. So, I mean, you can play with this. This just needs to be pull it from the base if you don't want it to fall off. Or I guess you can glue it. I've actually had to glue some of my Chinese tanks, some of their barrels of their guns, one in particular anyway. So the next thing is the turret. It fully rotates, guys, all the way 360, unfettered, unencumbered, whatever. It's free, rotates. And that's about it for the turret and stuff. Oh, I guess you do have this little thing right here on the side. It's almost like a little viewport or something like that. I forget exactly what it is, but. And at the front, let's take you guys around here. You do have this hatch here, and a crewman can fit in. It's kind of like a driver, or maybe it's a driver port. Too bad you couldn't sit this guy. You can sit a guy down, but unfortunately with the COBI stuff, they don't have anything on their butt to like connect to the interior blocks, right? So it's not really like a Lego minifigure. And that's what you got. You get a little bit of printing details on some of the pieces, but not a ton. Not for this model. In terms of like the details on it, there's not a ton of details, guys. Which is in fact actually quite accurate to the actual Panzer Mouse at the tank museum there in Russia. It just really was a very like smooth, like almost featureless tank. It was just absolutely humongous. At the back, you do have these like fuel, like gasoline or oil barrels, whatever, extra fuel storage. And it doesn't actually come with there is no interior like tank engine like what you'd see on like the Tiger or some of the other models of COBI. I'll just take this side skirt off. I just want to kind of show you guys the wheel assembly because it's all kind of hidden down here. So as you can see, you got your caterpillars and wheels. There's no upper wheel to this. It's just like kind of some pieces sticking out, which isn't a huge deal, I guess. At the bottom, you got smaller wheels. I was actually quite surprised at how small these wheels were. I thought they'd be a little bit bigger. I don't know why I thought that, but yeah. And these wheels, they have like some rubber. You gotta put the rubber on, which is a pain in the butt because I think there's what, 12 wheels on each side, so not always super fun. But yeah, so that's what it kind of looks like down there. I'm gonna just give it a quick. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna show you guys the tank tracks because these tank tracks are actually quite large. So as you can see, these have like 3 of these little holes. These are like significantly wider than the other COBI ones. I got some examples right here. I want to show you guys. So these are usually the standard COBI tracks. They have just kind of 2 holes there. I don't know, maybe they're 1/2 inch long. These ones here are about 3/4 of an inch, maybe even an inch. So by comparison, that's what you got. They go together the same way as the other COBI ones. You just kind of click them together like so. And there you have it. So I'm just going to put this side skirt back on. And it just snaps on and off. Like, it's pretty easy to kind of get on. Just got to kind of find the... There we go. So I just want to kind of give you guys a little bit of a test here on the... We're on carpet here. This is a very heavy tank. I don't know. It probably weighs a couple pounds easily. It is actually quite large. I mean, it's what, about 40 centimeters long, 12.5 wide. So it's not a small tank by any means. I'll just kind of... I like the sound it makes. It sounds like it's a monster. I like all that little clicking. Now it can go. It is a lot heavier than the other COBI models that I've reviewed, so it's not like the Panther. It's not gonna like roll across the floor for a mile, but it does have pretty good movement. And I haven't had any issues with the tracks breaking or snapping. I mean, my kids play with these pretty hard. Don't all kids. Anyway, so that's what you got. I just want to show you guys the turret for a second. I'll try to get this off here. So even the turret, like, it kind of hooks in to that little like turntable there with the cross marking on it. And it's actually quite like this turret is basically the size of, I don't know, the Hetzer tank or something like that. Just to give you guys a little bit of sense of the size of this tank, I brought a few of my other COBI models here, just to kind of give you a sense. So this is the Hetzer, okay? In comparison, I mean, the Hetzer is almost the size of the turret on this thing, man. Check it out. There you go. I'll set that aside. I also have a Tiger 1 from the World of Tank line too. I really like that tank. It's a really cool tank. But even it, like, it's not exactly super huge compared to this mouse. But again, there's one of the largest COBI tanks is the Tiger 2. But even the Tiger 2, gotta stand out. These tanks are just enormous. The mouse, even like, dwarfs that tank. It's just absolutely massive. I mean, here you got the Tiger II, one of the largest COBI models. Yeah. And here's a rare treat. I'll be reviewing this tank shortly. This is another super heavy tank. Actually, it's a tank destroyer, or a Jagdpanzer. This is the Jagdpanzer E100. It's just been released by COBI. Haven't had a chance to review it. I'll do a little bit of comparison with that. As you can see, though, it is roughly the size of the mouse. The mouse is actually just a little bit longer. But like even the turret on the mouse is actually larger than the superstructure here at the back of this Jagdpanzer E100 model. It actually has the same wheel system as like the Hetzer, which is kind of cool. But anyways, that's for another review. The last thing I'll say about this is there's not a lot of custom printed pieces on the mouse, which kind of like I don't like. It comes with these stickers instead. But for the World of Tank line, that's not uncommon. Almost all of them come with, you know, some printed pieces, but typically the insignia, maybe kind of unit colors and whatnot. They're just stickers. And I'm not a huge fan of the stickers. I don't like having to put stickers at the center of 4 blocks, so I just put it on this one, as you can see. That way there, if you ever take it apart, or if like your kids take it apart or whatever, it's like the stickers will still like remain. They won't come off or get all crappy looking and stuff like that. This is one thing for the World of Tank line. I really wish COBI would start doing the custom printing. Like here's the Tiger II. All that printing there is actual custom printing on the block. It's not stickers. I mean, it's not hard. COBI clearly has the ability to do that. It would just make their models so much nicer. You know, I really want to put something on this Tiger I, but as you can see here, there's really no place for me to put it that's like good, that you can like take it apart again. So I'm kind of stuck on that one. There should really be, this should be like a custom piece with the insignia printing or something back here. They got to do something better. But anyways, that wraps it up for this review of the COBI Panzer Mouse super heavy tank. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and check out my website, www.sharkmunch.com, for more great reviews. Oh, by the way, this has been out for a while, but I'm going to throw up a link to Amazon in the description if any of you guys are interested in it. Take care, guys. Have a good one.